Melissa McCarthy and Amy Schumer have nailed dressing their apple body shapes. And it's not magic, it's smart styling. In this video, I'm sharing the tips their stylists probably used so you can use them too. Before we dive into the styling tips, let's quickly revisit what it means to have an apple body shape. In my last video, we looked at how to determine your body shape through measurement, and then we also looked at the characteristics of each body shape, and briefly we did a quick summary of how to dress successfully for each body shape. So to recap on the apple body shape, apple bodies usually carry more weight through their tummy area. They usually have a fuller bust and they have slimmer arms and legs. So when it comes to dressing this shape, the goal is to shift the attention away from this midsection and to focus more on the other assets, so like your neckline, your arms and legs, and your gorgeous face, of course. Let's look in depth at how to dress an apple body shape. Today we'll be using, as I mentioned, Melissa McCarthy and Amy Schumer as examples because they are just so good at dressing this body shape. The eye likes symmetry, and the goal with all body shapes is to try and recreate the hourglass shape. So it doesn't mean you have to be an hourglass. It's just you're recreating that shape because the eye likes that symmetry. So it's about balancing the top half and the bottom half of the apple body shape and sort of creating a waist for the apple body shape where it's not really there. So what styles actually work for the apple body shape? So let's talk about clothing. First, empire line dresses are excellent for apple body shape. And what do I mean by an empire line? That just means that the dress normally has like a V or a round neck, and it sits just below the bust is sort of where it's kind of cinched in, and it sort of flares out, but not too much. Like it doesn't flare out like, voluminous fabric. It sort of just drapes over the body. So empire line is a really good style of clothing for the apple body shape. Now, in terms of tops, you want tops that sort of cover your midsection. They kind of glide over your body. They're not really clingy, and they're not really big and boxy. You just sort of want them to glide over your top half. Sometimes like peplum tops are really good, or tops that have some sort of draping effect around the midsection. So they're kind of the tops that you need to look at. In terms of skirts and pants, with skirts, tend to go for a more A-line type of skirt. Really works well because again, it's kind of balancing out the top and the bottom. So you're getting that sort of A-line effect going through the bottom area. With pants, the same sort of thing. You want sort of those pants to be a bit sort of more loose, and patterns. Patterns work well as well when it comes to wearing those types of pants. And when it comes to jackets, you want jackets that sort of, again, they're sort of maybe a bit broad on the shoulders, but they come in at the waist. So they create a waistline. They might flare out slightly at the bottom, but it's all about, with blazers, it's all about creating that sense of waist through here in the blazer. So fitted blazers are really good rather than sort of, baggy, boxy blazers, which are the ones that tend to be in fashion at the moment. And something I will say about, a lot of the fashion that you see in stores and online, I sort of designed for the rectangle shaped body, because most models generally are that rectangle shape because it's sort of easier to design for. But that's just something to bear in mind with jackets, is you don't want the boxy ones when it comes to dressing the apple body shape, because that's just going to add more bulk through this area here. So go for fitted jackets. Now, the next styling tip I want to talk about is color, because color placement can make a huge difference to how you dress your body. So as a rule of thumb, light colors reflect light and can make areas look bigger, while darker colors recede and they'll create more of a slimming effect. So when it comes to the apple body shape, the idea is to maybe wear sort of more darker colors on the top or the midsection, and you can go for lighter colors on the bottom. But this is like a general rule of thumb. I mean, you can play with color and see how it works on the body. It's not sort of set in stone, but it's just something to bear in mind that, so, you know, with this color here, I'm wearing it's light on the top. And I don't know if you can see, but I've got like a dark pant on the bottom. And that's because I am a pear shape. So with pears, you tend to wear, I don't know if you can see, I've got more detail in my jumper. And this is making me look sort of more bigger on the top, and the darker colors are making me look smaller on the bottom, because we want to hide the curve bit. Unless, of course, you want to show off your curves, and that's fine too. These are just guidelines that you can use to help you, you know, feel better in what you dress in. They're not set in stone, and you know, you can dress however you want and however makes you feel comfortable. It's just giving you some ideas of how to dress the different body shapes. And remember, style isn't about hiding your body. It's about celebrating it. These tips are just the beginning. Once you understand your body shape, you can dress in a way that feels effortless, confident, and 100% you. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, your style is your superpower. So see you in the next video.